talking about.
It is too.
No, it's not.
Okay, so what we're going to be doing today are dilations. And just like normal, make sure you guys take notes for your notebook check. I think we have one more lesson after this, and then we're done with the chapter. I think. I gotta double check. So we're going to be doing dilations. So a dilation is a stretch or a shrink of the shape. Dilation is just a stretch or shrink. So when we do translate, rotate, reflect, those all have rigid motion. Remember, rigid motion means it's the same shape, we're just rearranging it. It's like if you took your calculator or Chromebook, you can move it around, you could flip it, you could rotate it, but it still stays the same shape. It doesn't get smaller or bigger. Dilation is not like that. Dilation is a stretch or a shrink. So it's going to get bigger or it's going to shrink smaller. So to dilate a shape, we've got a few steps, and I think no, we'll do this step. All right. So to dilate a shape, we have 3 steps, and we're going to dilate. I got my directions up here. We're going to dilate shape ABC with a scale factor of 2 in the center of dilation at the origin. So remember, origin is 0, 0. So to start with, I'm going to put a dot here at my origin, at my center of dilation, and I'm going to draw lines from this center through each corner. And they're not going to be super perfect lines, and that's fine. This one is though, right here. No, I got this one. Get my hat. Now, with dilations, what's going to happen is, as I stretch or shrink the shape, corner A right here is always going to be on this line. It will never go off this line. Corner B is always going to be on this line. Corner C will always be on this line. So these lines are just kind of to help show you where your point should be. So my lines aren't perfect, so they might be off slightly, but that's not okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to determine the horizontal and vertical distance from the origin to each corner. So, or I should say from my center of dilation to each corner. So I'm going to go from my center here to point A. I have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got to go up 5, and then I have to go left 1, 2 to go from my center to point A. To find out where my new point A is going to be, I am going to multiply each one of these things by my scale factor, which is 2. I have that in my directions right here. So I'm going to multiply this by 2. And now, instead of going up 5, I'm going to go up 10. Instead of going left 2, multiply that by 2, I'm going to go left 4. That is where my new point A is going to be after I dilate it, the scale factor of 2. So instead of up 5, left 2, I'm going up 10, left 2. So 1, 2, 3, or excuse me, left 4, not 2. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my new A prime, my new A point after I dilated it. And we just got to repeat that for each other corner. To go to B, I have to go down 1, right 1. I have to go down 1, right 1. I'm going to multiply each of those by my scale factor. So I'm going to go times 2, times 2. And now I'm going down to, since I ran out of space, now I'm going down to right 2. So I'm going to go from my center, I'm going down 1, 2, right 1, 2. This is my new point B, my B prime. And then I got to repeat the same process now, but for point C. For point C, I only have to go left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have to go left 5 for C. I don't have to go up or down at all. But I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to multiply it by my scale factor, which is 2. And now I'm going left 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right there. This is my C prime. And the only thing I have left to do is just connect my dots. Which, because this is kind of a big shape, it's not going to look perfect, and that's fine. Oh, that was kind So this is my dilated shape. We dilated it with a scale factor of 2, and my center of dilation was the origin. That's it. So we're just going to practice this today. This is all we're working on. So we're going to dilate on this. Actually, I should back up. Is anybody still working on this one?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I got too fast.
Okay, no, you're good.
It's too fast. Oh, bad.
Why don't you just like put down the points on it and just times each by 2?
Because it's not always from 0, 0.
Oh yeah, but if it is,
If it is, you could do it that
Okay,
way.
yeah, okay, cool.
So I try to do it so you don't have to remember the different methods, because some people get confused like that. But you are right.
My origin.
You got it, Mark?
No way I'll remember any of this,
Yeah.
truthfully.
Well, I wasn't listening very well.
It is,
Well,
but
good
I'm
thing
pretty
we're
sure I
doing
still
that
won't
one.
remember though.
Alright, so we're going to dilate shape ABC with a scale factor of 1/2 and the center of dilation at the origin. So I'm going to put a dot here at my origin. Remember, origin is just 0, 0. And I'm going to draw little lines going from my origin to each corner. And when I go through on this, I know that my new points are going to have to be on these lines. Or because I'm bad at making straight lines, they should be pretty close. So when I do this, if you go through and you get a point that's like right here, all the way over here, that's nowhere close to my line. You know that point will be wrong. So if I had a point here, that would be wrong. So keep that in mind because it's kind of like a way you can check your work. Alright, now I need to count and see how do I go from my center of dilation to each point. How far up, down, left, right do I need to go? So if I'm going to go to A, I have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going up 4. And then I have to go left 1, 2, 3, 4. This time, since my center of dilation is 1/2, I'm going to multiply them both by 1/2. I'm going to go 4 times 1/2. And 4 times 1/2 again. But because it's a fraction, we're actually going to be shrinking. It's going to get smaller. 4 times 1/2 is 2. And same thing again. So now, instead of going up 4, I'm only going to go up 2. Instead of going left 4, I'm only going to go left 2. So 1, 2, 3, excuse me, 1, 2, 1, 2. That is my new A prime shape. And we're going to repeat the same process. To go from my center to B, I have to go down 1, 2, I'm going to go down 2, and then I have to go right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So multiply both of these by scale factor of 1/2. 2 times 1/2 is 1. 5 times 1/2 is 2.5. So instead of going down 2, I'm only going to go down 1, and I'm going to go right 2.5. So down 1, right 1, 2.5. That's my new B prime, or my B prime point. And the whole process repeats. Dilations aren't super difficult, but they are a little tedious. So to go to point C, I'm going left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going left 8. Then I gotta go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down 6. Oh, times my scale factor, And I'm really going left 4, down 3. Left 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 1, 2, 3. That's my C prime. And just like last time, I gotta connect my dots.
Oh gosh. Wait.
That's bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's easy.
I got it.
Too tight.
So
too lazy
dilations,
to do
they're not super tough. They're just kind of tedious. Gotta count everything. You gotta make sure you get each corner. And go from there. Yeah. And I think I'm gonna skip this problem because it's already messy enough. We don't need to add more on here. So we're gonna skip this problem. And oh nope, I forgot to ask. Is there anybody working on this one?
Take that as a no.
Okay, so you guys are gonna do one now, but I think I want you to do the second one. So you're gonna dilate this shape ABC with a scale factor of 3 and a center of dilation at 3, 6. So keep in mind, your first dot is not right in the middle. It is going to be at 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be right here, kind of where A is, the letter A. So that's your center of dilation. So you don't count from 0, 0. You count from the center of dilation, which is at 3, 6.
Awesome.
Do you need a pencil?
Wow. I'm alright.
What?
Alright.
Okay.
If it's right there, then how did I put what?
What? Hey, go kick out.
If it's right there, then how
By
did
what?
I put it connect to
Yeah.
the corners?
It's gonna be like keeping
I guess. My precious calculator.
Yeah.
That's worth its weight in like lead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe. Could be.
Actually, no, those things are like $100. Still,
Is
I
it
don't know
like-
why.
Why are they still expensive to us?
I don't know.
And do we have the technology to like kind of drop the price a little bit?
Probably because they don't want to lose money.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If we don't go to school, why do our parents have to go to court?
Because you're required to go to school.
See, it proves like that privilege is.
It's a law.
Yeah, exactly. Nice to ask a lot of teachers and say no, it's not the
Because
law.
the higher the education of the citizens, the better it is for everybody.
That's not true. It's not fully true.
How so?
Because sometimes someone can be too educated and they can use that for the wrong.
We're getting taught stuff that we're not even going to use.
Well, that too.
This was sick.
Like we just need.
So what does that better us for the future? We're not going to use it.
I don't know. Maybe we will end up using it later on.
Strange.
Maybe we introduce
It's
something
been
that
scientifically
I had
proven
you
we're
know
not
when
gonna
you
use
said
this.
bus. I'm a bit confused, don't you?
Alright.
Plus, the more you learn, it makes new pathways in your brain and it makes you smarter.
Oh, when you're happy.
Smarter for what?
Just in general, it makes you smarter.
See, look at this one.
How? Like in
It's going to
general.
over one. Oh wait, yeah.
Just in general.
You got something?
I don't want to know.
Alright, so you go
I
from the
need some
center
chocolate.
to how about point A.
Chocolate.
How many?
Like so.
Now, we go down 3, and
Okay.
actually,
So to get from B, you have to go down 8 from B or 8 from this.
from there.
Okay, so I'll go down 18, this one down 6. It's not even gonna fit.
Just
So Joseph, proof right there. Technically, you do have to go to school.
I never said you didn't have to.
Yeah.
Never said that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Last year, yeah, you
Alright, looking pretty good.
did.
I'll give you a little more time to finish it off
You're
though.
required. You don't have to.
Technically, you have to also your parents will go to court and talk about it and stuff.
Or you'll be kicking away.
Oh, yeah.
Take it away. Just keep not going to school.
Oh, you did the wrong scale back there. Yeah, fine. It's good practice. I'll give you another minute, then you guys are helping me out.
My mom's in the meeting till 4. So we should come here till 4. Probably go do something.
Alright, let's go over this one. So, Tiana, start us off. How do I go from my center of dilation to A? What do I have to do? I gotta go up, down, left, right, left. How many?
1.
And what else? Left. Okay. And then we have to multiply these by our scale factor, which is scale factor of 3, right? So instead of going down 1, how many am I going to go down?
3.
Yeah, so I go down 3. And same thing here, right?
Wait, does it matter if you go, like,
Which question?
But she said
Wait,
something
okay, so,
before.
I know it
You
doesn't
did?
matter on this one just
I
because
thought you
it's
were
the
using
same
that.
numbers, but
Sure you do.
do you always go like horizontally first?
It
Like,
doesn't
DeAndre.
matter.
And plus the
Really?
teacher too.
Well, as long as you make sure, like, this one started with the down, it's gotta stay with down. This one started with left, it's gotta stay with left. So it doesn't matter if you go down first and then left, or if you go left first and then down. As long as you match the
with
same.
any numbers?
Yeah, so we'll see it on like B. I'll show you.
Super small.
Alright, so instead of going down 1, I'm gonna go down 1, 2, 3, and then left 1, 2, 3. Hey, that's pretty good. Alright. So Mick, to go from our center of dilation to B, what do I have to do?
You have to go down 5.
Yep, not 5.
Oh,
And?
I counted 6 too, Lark.
And that's it. So I only have to go down 5, so I'm going to multiply it by my center, or by my scale factor, which is 3. And I'm going down 15 now.
Wait, we didn't do the first one?
It is
No.
6.
We skipped the first one.
Oh.
It is 6.
It is 6.
Did
You lied to me, Mick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it is 6. You lied to me.
See, I knew I was right.
Oh, I
knew
I
was
mean,
right.
it was 18 the whole time.
Yes.
The funny thing
Because
is,
I did
on
the
your
first one, and it was like
5.
super small.
It's
Like .75 and .125.
okay, man. It's good work. Good work.
So,
Well,
Alright, so we are going down 18 now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Be proud.
Stop.
Okay.
God, you made me lose my place.
On our next one, Chloe, how do I go from my center to point C? I gotta go up, down, left, right, left.
Where?
The center
Where?
to C. How many? What? Uh-huh. And then left, how many? Okay, and then I multiply it by my scale factor, times 3 times 3. So I'm gonna go down 9, and I'm going to go left 18. So, and this is what you were talking about, Lark. So it doesn't matter if I go left first or down first, as long as when I go down, I go 9. And when I go left, I go 18. So 18 stays with left, 9 stays with down, but it doesn't matter the order. So like if I go left first,
Okay.
oh, dang, actually, I can't do left first just because I covered up this piece. Otherwise, I can keep counting. But otherwise,
Oh, okay. Okay, I understand now.
so I'm gonna go down 1,
I
2,
get
3,
it.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
As I
9,
think it was easy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. C prime. And we just have to connect all of our dots now. Oh, I didn't draw my lines, did I? Oh well.
Did I just hear you cuss?
What?
What did you say?
I said, oh, I didn't draw my lines, did I? Oh well.
Dang it, I did it wrong. Crap.
Why did I get?
I did it like that. I did it upwards instead of like
I'm
that.
sorry, I got something different.
you got it backwards.
What do you mean?
Up, yeah, back,
No,
yeah.
you should quick.
Look here.
Wait,
Hey, I'm only
swear.
here today. I'm
Hey.
busy.
come on, don't swear.
Mr. Gold.
That's why we
Really?
have
Who,
What I
God,
do.
Satan?
that's why we have referrals.
You gotta put negative when you're going backwards.
Alright, let's give
you
you a
need
pro.
to go
You
and make the referrals.
forgot to do the 9
No,
or 18.
You could have so many.
You only
I
did
thought
like-
you said you
Not
could have
really.
18 left.
Man, I
We
would have
couldn't
been
do it
kicked
up
out
here.
of this school
18
already.
left up here is like right here.
Pretty sure you
And we
said
can't see
that's
all
how.
lines.
Cause you
Just
need
so
like,
there's a-
you get like.
I got written up like
Like,
some.
okay, so watch, watch.
Yeah, but you can't
One,
get
one,
expelled after you, before you get suspended.
I
You
got-
do a few more, you'll get suspended.
Talking about Mr. Moore.
Actually, no. If I get written up, he said,
That's the
Mr.
only
Hendrick
thing.
said if I get written up one more time, I can come back till next year.
So we had to go down and then over.
Yeah, I got written up.
What was
So
yours?
it's not
Hey,
bad.
come on up.
I got written up 3 times, so I might not be here next year.
Alright,
Go to attitude.
Wait, I want to watch it though. I can see.
alright, pretty good. So, if you haven't yet, do your exit ticket. I will turn on secretive.
I probably do this one.
And, I'll put, actually I'll print off your homework because it's the weird CC stuff. That's it.
So.